drug away by repealing Affordable Care Act.
Let's go. We're actually seeing somebody who cares for you and me and the nation as a whole. Not just the nation, but the world. Like, here's a president, a politician, who's actually trying to do things for each of us.
They enacted tax credits of $800 per person per year. Reduce health care costs for millions of working families.
It's great.
That tax credit expires next year.
Actually,
I want to make that savings permanent.
To make things better for us. What we must be for our student is he wants to cap prescription drug costs for everyone at $2,000 a year.
Women are more than half our population. But research on women's health has always been underfunded. That's why we're launching the first ever White House initiative on women's health research.
Let's go.
Led by Jill.
Let's go.
Doing an incredible job as First Lady.
It's about fucking time. It's so sickening what the GOP is doing to women's rights. Not just women's rights, but all of our rights. It's like their rights.
We'll pass my plan for $12 billion to transfer women's health research and benefit millions of lives all across America. I know the cost of housing is so important to you.
This does not sound like somebody
Inflation keeps coming down, mortgage rates will come down as well.
Mentally.
And the Fed acknowledges that. But I'm not waiting. I want to provide an annual tax credit that will give Americans $400 a month for the next 2 years as mortgage rates come down, to put toward their mortgages when they buy their first home or trade up for a little more space.
Like, come on. Oh yeah, that one right there? That's my ex-wife Marla. Dumb. That was the woman you raped,
title insurance on federally backed mortgages.
And if you married Marla,
when you refinance your
thought
home,
Eugene Carroll
you can save
looked like Marla,
$1,000 or
then
more as a
obviously
consequence.
Eugene Carroll is your type, isn't she?
For millions of renters, we're cracking down on big landlords who use antitrust law, using antitrust law.
I'm not a fan of Biden. I don't like American politics. But of the candidates that are out there, this is the one who's trying to help us.
Federally financing, which is already helping build a record 1.7 million new housing units nationwide. Now pass and build and renovate 2 million affordable homes and bring those rents down. He
doesn't even know what he's doing.
To remain the strongest economy in the world,
all he's doing
we need to have the best education system.
Trump's not even a fucking politician. He's a nobody right now. He's running as a politician, but the fact that so many politicians on the Republican side are following in line, hook, line, and sinker with this dude who's not even a fucking politician or a policymaker is insane. This dude's a failed businessman. I don't get it.
I think I pointed out last year.
I don't get it. Convicted rapist, accused pedophile, factually attempted to start an insurrection, factually put in fake electors and ballots. I just don't get it.
Well, studies show that children who go to preschool are nearly 50% more
People are like, oh, but Biden sniffs kids' heads. Have you ever had a fucking child? I have. I've had a bunch of kids. You know what? Kids' heads smell good. All parents smell their kid's head. All fucking grandparents smell the kid's head. He's a fucking grandpa. He smelled the kid's head. Big deal. Kids' heads smell good.
A year and a half ago with the leaders of the Business Roundtable.
So many other people are like, Ashley Biden's diary. Have you read the fucking leaked diary? I have. It does not say what you people say it says. Anywhere.
Pointed out to them as vice
Y'all try to claim it's 67, 68 on the pages. Go fucking read it yourselves. It doesn't say it. Use your brains. Stop listening to what other people are saying and fucking investigate. You have Google. You have the ability to look shit up. You have the ability to find out what's real and what's not. Look at all the information. Don't just listen to what someone is saying, including me. Don't just listen to what I'm saying.
The 8th largest corporation in the world. And every new enterprise they
bought,
they
GOP
educated the workforce to that enterprise.
Is Christian. Christians work on faith, and faith is just on belief, which has nothing to do with proof and facts. Only what you're told.
They all looked at me and said, I think you're right.
These people's faith is blind as fuck.
I want to expand high-quality tutoring and summer learning to see that every child learns to read by 3rd grade.
Good. Our schools are failing our students. Every year we keep lowering requirements to make passing grades.
I'm also connecting local businesses and high schools so students get hands-on experience and a path to a good-paying job, whether or not they go to college.
Students need more education.
And I want to make sure the college is more affordable. Let's continue increasing the Pell Grants to working and middle-class families and increase record investments in HBCUs.
Whoa, I just came up with a great idea. A teacher gives fake money to the students for their school year. They get money for getting good grades and turning assignments. They have to use their money to get new supplies.
I fixed 2 student loan programs that
of course,
already
it's not real money. It's money that's earned and utilized in the class for the class. But it'll be a way to teach kids the value of the dollar and how to earn what you're getting. Right now, there's a thing where kids think that they are entitled to high wages.
And he's educated hundreds of students so they can go to college. Now
you need to do the fucking work. And you act like you're deserving and you've never done the work. Sorry.
Folks, look. Social leave is good for the economy because folks are now able to buy a home, start a business, start a family. While we're at it, I want the public school teachers a raise.
They fucking deserve a raise. Teachers, our servicemen, our paramedics and firemen and our police officers, they all deserve raises.
By the way, the first couple years we cut the deficit. Now let me speak to the question of fundamental fairness for all Americans. I've been delivering real results in fiscally responsible ways. We've already cut the federal deficit. We've already cut the federal deficit over $1 trillion. I signed the bipartisan deal to cut another $1 trillion in the next decade. It's my goal to cut the federal deficit another $3 trillion by making big corporations the very wealthy finally
Yes,
beginning to pay
they
their
finally
fair
need to pay
share.
their fucking taxes. Yes, when you look at the numbers, okay, billionaires and millionaires and corporations pay the largest dollar amount in taxes. However, the dollar amount that they pay is fractions compared to the amount that all of the people in poverty and the middle class pay. Our dollar amount in poverty and middle class don't compare to the dollar amount that the big corporations pay, and the millionaires and billionaires. However, the fact is that they're paying 0.1%, where we're paying multiple percentages. They need to pay multiple percentages too. If they paid their fucking multiple percentages, we would never have a fucking deficit. We would always have a surplus. There would be school supplies, there would be nice roads, there would be fucking clean water, there would be all kinds of shit. There would be nationalized healthcare, there would be universal earned income for every person in America if the fucking rich people paid what they were fucking supposed to pay.
I'm going to keep fighting like hell to make it fair. Under
Please
my
do.
plan, nobody
Please do.
earning less than $400,000
I'm very
will
liberal.
pay
I'm not for
penny in federal
Republicans.
taxes.
I'm not for the
Nobody,
Democrats.
one
I'm not for the Independents. I'm not for the Green Party. I'm not for any of those fuckers. A person should run on their merit. It's sick that there's party lines that get behind people, even when the people aren't worthy of being the fucking politician. I'm tired of great grandpas being fucking elected as politicians.
No child should go hungry in this country.
But Biden is not doing a bad job, and you can't deny it. You can't fucking
Make
deny
big
it.
corporations, the very wealthy, begin to pay their fair share. Remember in 2020,
You know what? If he kicks the budget,
55
I'm okay with
the biggest
Kamala Harris
companies in
becoming
America
president.
made $40
Totally
billion.
okay with that. If you're
and
not,
paid zero
you're a
in federal
racist
income
and you're a
tax.
sexist.
Zero.
Period.
Not anymore. Thanks to the law I wrote, we signed. Big companies have to pay a minimum of 50%.
Yes.
That's still less than working people pay in federal
It is.
taxes. It's time
But
to
it's
raise
gonna
corporate
account for
income
a
tax to
lot.
at least 21%.
Let's do it.
So every big corporation finally begins to pay their fair share.
Yes, they finally need to. That will help America and you and me so fucking much. They'd stop having to cut fucking social programs and welfare.
They can pay them $20 million if they want, but
They could bring arts and music back into school.
You know, there are 1,000 billionaires in America.
They could finally clean up fucking Flint,
You know what the
Michigan.
average federal tax is for those billionaires? No.
Something else we
making
need,
great
though, is a
sacrifices.
public
8.2%.
oversight committee
That's
to
far less than the
oversee
vast
how the
majority of
government is
Americans
spending the
pay.
dollars, including the black money
No
dollars.
billionaire should pay a lower federal tax rate than a teacher, a sanitation worker, or a nurse.
Facts, Joe Biden. Fucking facts. The people who should pay the least amount of taxes are the people who are actually
Minimum tax for
putting themselves out there for the
25%,
country.
just 25%. You know what that would raise? That would raise $500 billion over the next 10 years. And imagine what that could do for America. Imagine a future with affordable child care. Millions of families can get they need to go to work to help grow the economy.
Right?
Imagine a
Right
future
now,
paid leave.
it's so
Because no one
expensive
should have
to
choose between
pay for
working
childcare
and
that a
taking
parent
care
has to be home and another parent has to have three fucking jobs and the parent that's a broken family household.
And elder care. And people living with disabilities, so they can stay in their homes and family caregivers can finally get the pay they
Like, there's
deserve.
enough wealth in
Tonight,
this country and
let's all
in the
agree
world
once again
for us not
to
to have
stand up for
poverty, for us
seniors.
not to have homelessness, for us not to have
Many of my
starvation,
friends,
and
on
for
the
the
other
millionaires
side
and billionaires to
of
still have more than all the
Social
rest of
Security
us.
If anyone here tries to cut Social Security, Medicare, or raise your retirement age, I will stop you.
You can see those Republicans are pissed.
The working people who built this country pay more into Social Security than
Working
millionaires and
immigrants
millionaires do.
built this
It's not
country.
fair.
Immigrants
We have two ways
built
to
this
go.
fucking country.
Republicans
Every
can
single
cut
one of
Social
you
Security
people are
and
here
give more
because your
taxes to the
families immigrated
I
here.
will- That's the proposal.
Unless you're Native American.
No, you guys don't want another $2 trillion tax cut? I kind of thought that's what your plan was. Well, that's good to hear. You're not going to cut another $2 trillion for the super wealth. That's good to hear. I'll protect and strengthen Social Security and make the wealthy pay their fair share. Look. Too many corporations raise prices to pad their profits, charging more and more for less and less. That's why we're cracking down on corporations that engage in price gouging and deceptive pricing, from food to healthcare to housing. In fact, the snack companies think you won't notice if they change the size of the
we
bag
notice.
and put a hell of a lot fewer, same size bag, put fewer chips in it. No, I'm not joking. It's called shrinkflation. Pass Bobby Casey's bill and stop this. I really mean it. You probably all saw that commercial on Snickers.
You know, one of the
bars.
only reasons I ever watch any of these
You get-
political things
you
is
get
hoping
charged
that
the
the
same
politicians
amount.
get
You got about, I don't know,
assassinated.
10% fewer
Like,
Snickers
how
in
cool
it.
would that be to be witness to it? I mean, it would
Look,
suck, sure,
I'm also
but it would be
getting rid of
fucking a
junk
great
fees.
thing to be witness
Those
to it.
hidden fees.
Like, damn, I saw that shit happen. I didn't just hear about it. I witnessed it happen live.
Biden administration
Screen
announced we're
recording
cutting
just in
credit
case,
card late fees from $32 to $8.
Let's go.
Banks and credit card companies are allowed to charge what it costs
Yeah,
them
and you already know I'm a little
to
crazy.
instigate the collection. And that's more a hell of a lot
Who the
like
fuck
$8
isn't?
and 30 some
And what's
dollars.
really crazy? Crazy
They don't
people
like
don't know
it.
they're crazy. I
Credit
know
card
I'm
companies
crazy.
like it.
What does that mean?
And I'm saving American families $20 billion a year with all the junk fees I'm eliminating.